Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Amara. In this video I'll be showing you how to make bubble gown. If this is what you're interested in, please keep watching. Here I have 1.5 years of Ankara fabric, and I have 2 years of crepe. So I went ahead to fold my fabric into two, and I mark out my starting point. After that, I mark out my neck width, which I used 3 for my neck width, and I went down by 8. That is my neck depth. I used 8 for my neck depth. I divide my shoulder by 2 and I mark what I got. So at the sleeve side, I went down by 1 inch for shoulder slope, sorry, and I mark it. I connect it outward. So from there, I mark my sleeve opening, which I used 10. Sorry guys, I didn't know it wasn't showing. So from my shoulder, I went down by 28 inches. That is, I mark my hip measurement from shoulder to hip. I mark it down. So from that 10 that I marked there, that is where I will take my chest, my bust measurement. So I divide my bust measurement by 4 and I marked. I add extra 3.5 inch for allowance, sewing allowance, and also the ease. So I have to cross check it now. I cross check it to know the total inch that it is, and I measure it down to the hip part. So I connect. After connecting it now, I will have to curve the armhole. Yes, that's have to curve I have to curve the armhole just to contour it very well, and I connect the neck depth to the neck width. So after that, from that neck depth where it stopped, I marked 9 inch downward, and I will have to connect it, that 9 inch now. I just have to connect it with my French curve down to the hip part. Just watch as I connect it. After connecting it, I add 1/2 inch sewing allowance from that side down to that hip side. 1/2 inch sewing allowance throughout, and I have to connect the 1/2 inch. So after that, I cut out. So I'm done cutting it out now. I have to bring the down part, which is black. I fold it into two, and I place this other one on top, the upper part that I cut. I place it on top, and I will pin it, hold it down with pin. So I just have to check if the fabric is enough. If it's enough, if the length will be enough for me. After that, I have to mark out this thing to trace out the curve on the fabric. That's a black fabric. I just watch what I'm doing. I'm trying to trace out the curve. So after tracing out the curve, I add 1/2 inch for sewing allowance. I brought back the upper parts, and I took the measurement there from the shoulder to that curve line. What I got was 17 inch. So coming to this black part, I placed that 17 inch on that line that I marked, not the allowance, the line itself, that curve that I marked out. So I took the full length. After I marked my full length measurement, I went ahead to take this measurement. I just want to check how many inches there. So what I got was 14 inch. That 14 inch, I marked it all the way down to the full length. After marking it, I went ahead to connect it with my ruler. So I connect it with my ruler and I'm going to cut it out now. Here I'm done cutting it, and this is what we have. That is the upper part and this is the down part. I use that down part to cut out the back. So this is the back at the table and the front one was the one I'm holding. And the top front part, I opened it at the center. I opened the center. Here I'm going to cut out the back, the upper back. So I use the upper front to cut out the upper back here. Here I went down with 1 inch for shoulder slop. And after that, I gave 3-inch gap at the top. As you can see, what I did there, I just gave some gap. And the reason is because I want it to relax on my shoulder when wearing it. So after ironing it, I have to trim out using the front part, that curved area. Now just have to trim out everything. The only difference here is just that the shoulder part, that now makes the shoulder to relax on the front shoulder. That is the only difference. And also the back neck. The back neck I went down by 1 inch at the back. The back neck. So here, I'm just want to make sure it's equal. The front and back sleeve is equal. I'm done cutting it now. So I went ahead to join it. This is the back part. I joined the upper part to the down part. And this is what it looks like. I'll go ahead now to iron it. I'll just iron that line to open it and iron it down. Just watch. So this is now the front part here. I'm done ironing the back and I brought the front. I'm still going to do the same thing to the front. Open it and iron it down. This is one side of the front. And I also did the same thing to the other side of the back, the front, sorry. This is the second part of the front. So I'll iron it down also. To iron it thoroughly. I flip the front side in order to iron it very well. I want everything to look smooth. So after I'm done ironing it, I'll go ahead and pin these two sides together so that the line will be equal after sewing it. I don't want one side to be longer than the other side, like if the Ankara side to move. I just want the line to be equal so that it will correspond. So here I will take from my shoulder down to where I want the opening to start, a bit to stop. But let me just say where to stop. I marked 35 inch. So I'm going to sew from this neck part down to that the way I marked, which is 35 inches. I'll take this to my machine now. Here now I'm done sewing it. I'll go ahead and iron it. To open that center line and iron it very well. Give it a good press. I want it to be flat, very, very flat. Guys, if you're sewing this like this, if you're making this now, make sure you give it a very good press. So you look at it now, the line is aligned. That's Ankara side. There is no one that is bigger than one. The both of them are in a equal line. That was why I pinned it, so it will be equal. One will not be longer than one. So this is the opening that I'm talking about. This is the front part, and I want this opening at the front. So this is what I got. I'm just trying to give it a good press. I want that line to be flat. After ironing it, I went ahead to sew this thing to it. I attached this, I don't know what it's called, but I attached it to it. I used 5 of it. This is the back part. I'll join bring the front part to it, place it on top. Then I'll go and join the shoulder using that lining, the front lining. I'll use it to wrap the back shoulder, this neck part. I'll use that line. Just watch what I'm doing. I use it to wrap it because I want a smooth and flat finishing. After that, I'll do the same to both of them. So this is how it looks now. Well, because this is what I get, that was why I wrapped it. I don't want this line now to come out there and be bunky there, so I just have to wrap it up. This is what I get, the result I got from there, and you can see how flat it is. So I'll go ahead to iron this down. Just want to open it and iron it down so that while I'm folding the sleeve, it won't be rough. I went ahead to trim the excess and I fold it. I'll do the same thing to the other side. So after that, I'll go and sew the two side. I'll join the two side, sew it down. I'll sew the both side. After that, I'll also go ahead and sew the neck. So I'm done sewing it now, and also sew the neck. So I'm trying to give it a good press so that it will look flat. I want the neck to look flat. It's very important. Make sure the neck is flat, very, very flat. You don't want it to look bunky or rough. So I'm done sewing it. I'm done ironing the back. This is what I have. Just I turned the front, and this is how it looks. So flat. This is how flat it is. Later I'll go ahead and give it a good press. This is it. So you can see how flat it is. It's not bunky, it's not rough. So guys, this is all for today. If you enjoy watching this video, please don't forget to give me a like and also follow my YouTube channel. Bye.